Our oceans are home to up to 80% of all life on Earth. Much of our seas have yet to be discovered, providing a fascinating and interesting world of organisms that can still be explored. My name is Brock Newsom, and over the past few days, I've done research online and watched multiple documentaries on the ocean and the impacts we as humans have on our seas. The various negative impacts humans have on marine life are the death of whales and dolphins, the death of sharks, and bycatch. Thousands of whales have washed up on shore with their stomachs filled with plastics and trash, not to mention the tens of thousands of whales killed by barbaric whalers around the globe. Water pollution affects all marine life, but whales especially. Plastic invades every corner of the world's seas. Some places it even builds up to form a huge patch of garbage. Take the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, for example, where it stretches over nearly 620,000 square miles. Whales have washed up on shore with upwards of 88 pounds of plastic and debris filling their stomach. Whaling is even more devastating to whale populations. Near the beginning of the 1990s, whaling was officially outlawed worldwide by the International Whaling Commission. However, humans' endeavor for money and power has led to the whales being illegally hunted and sold for prices upwards of $100,000. Being that whaling is illegal, it is hard to estimate how many whales are killed or captured commercially each year because no one wants to document something that is illegal. Although, in Japan, whaling is still seen quite a bit. Japan has an annual cove hunt in a city called Taiji in southern Japan, where people gather to push hundreds of whales and dolphins into a bay area where they are slaughtered for their meat or captured. This was documented by Ali Chabrizi and seen in his documentary Seaspiracy. He watched as people forced dolphins into a cove where they were contained, followed by a mass killing of dolphins. Whales and dolphins are a key part to keeping our ocean running, and if the ocean dies, we die. We are certainly not helping with the massive amounts of pollution we allow to reach the ocean and the capturing and killing of whales for money or to limit fishermen's competition. The shark industry is a billion-dollar industry, and millions of sharks are killed each year. Many suspect it is for shark fin soup, but that is not the only reason such a large number of sharks die. Another shark market is responsible, involving oils and meat. In an article on Greenpeace's website, Will McCallum stated that up to 100 million sharks are killed every year throughout the fishing industry, and this takes a large responsibility in the 70% shark population decline throughout the globe over the past 50 years. Shark fishing takes place everywhere, from illegal fish netting in Sri Lanka to trawling off the coastline of nearly every country you can think of. The reason the death of sharks has a huge impact on the rest of the ocean is because they are near the top of the food chain, and where their populations are unbalanced, that affects the rest of the food chain above and below. With a humongous number of sharks dying each year, many species are on the verge of extinction. Bycatch is very, very destructive to a plethora of animals in the ocean. Bycatch is the excess organisms that are entangled or discarded when they do not meet the requirements of the fisherman's target species. It can be hard to accurately estimate the total amount of bycatch each year, but on Oceana, an article written by some of their many authors estimates 40% of the world's catch is discarded, totaling to 63 billion pounds of fish per year. Just in the U.S. alone, 17 to 22% of fish caught in fisheries are discarded, amounting to around 2 billion pounds each year. Bycatch is arguably the most destructive and devastating impact we as humans have on marine life, where billions of fish are discarded and made useless just because they do not meet certain requirements. We have many negative impacts on ocean life. Many of them we do not even realize the severity of the problem, like the death of whales, the death of sharks, or bycatch. Those things may not be of your highest interest, but they do affect the entire ecosystem of what covers 2/3 of our Earth's surface and keeps our world balanced. Thank you for your time.